Do you want to hear a secret for the best way to have great rhythm? The answer is a steady beat. If your beat isn't steady, then there's no way that you're ever going to play your rhythm steady or have a good sense of rhythm. Just like we are living beings, the music is alive as well because the music has a steady pulse, just like we have a steady pulse. If you want to pause the video real quick and try to find your steady pulse, you can either feel it in your neck with your heartbeat or maybe in your wrist, and you can feel your blood pulsing and pumping through your veins. So if you want to pause and try that real quick, you can give that a try and see if you can feel your own heartbeat that makes you feel alive. Now, hopefully if you tried to find your steady pulse, you were able to find it, and hopefully it was a nice steady pulse because most humans have a steady pulse from our heartbeat, and just like humans, the music needs that steady pulse to be alive and sound great. So let's try a little game to bring that pulse from inside of your body out into the world and into our music. So what I'm going to do is use a metronome, and you can get free metronome online, just Googling it, or in an app store if you have an app or a smartphone, or your parents may have a smartphone. But you can get a metronome. You don't have to do this with a metronome, but the metronome helps us to stay steady. The metronome is a great tool for giving us a steady beat. So I'm going to turn my metronome on, and you can hear it gives us a nice steady click. So now the game is to move our bodies to that steady click. So you can clap your hands, you can snap your fingers if you know how to snap, you can march in place with your feet, or you can even tap around your body if you want to be a little silly with it. And if you want to do it the best, try doing all of them. So I'm going to turn the metronome on, listen to that steady beat, and then I'm going to move my body to it. So try this along with me, clapping along, moving your body, tapping your foot, snapping your fingers, whatever you want to this steady beat. And try that for just a few moments and get comfortable moving and grooving to this steady beat, almost like dancing, maybe a weird dance. And then I'll turn it off. And let's try a few different tempos. So tempo is the speed that the steady beat is going at. So that was a pretty medium tempo. Now let's try a fast one. And first listen, and then try moving. Now let's try a slow tempo. And again, first we have to listen, and then move. This one feels a lot slower than the last tempo we were going, right? And this is actually exactly half of what we were going before. And stop. Great, so that's a super fun game. If you have a metronome, I highly recommend doing this regularly. It's a great little exercise to get feeling your steady beat and really working on rhythm. Now, if you don't have a metronome, you can still try doing this activity. What you're going to want to do is just think of a steady beat, think of your internal steady beat. You might even be able to use your heartbeat if you can feel your pulse really well and feel that steady beat. And then just move to it and bring that steady beat out. So you can see, even without the metronome, I can still move pretty steadily and move my body in that steady way. So whatever you do with the metronome, without the metronome, just clapping, doing all the crazy things, try practicing feeling that steady beat and showing that steady beat in your body.